Nixie, and today we're going to be clearing out some cupboard space for me. And that means opening some random capsules I have lying around. We have both mini brands and Miniverse here, and this one specifically, I've never opened any of these. But I was kind of intrigued, so I bought myself one, even though I'm pretty sure that these in no way fit Barbie, but still, I was tempted just to see how they were. So you know what, let's start with this one, because this one's new to me, whereas all of these I have opened different ones in the series. So this is Miniverse, Make It Mini Sneakers, Series 1. So obviously mini brands have done a sneaker series, and they're all sort of just branded ones, and you get them done. These ones you have to make them. And by the look of it, we're getting real laces, so that's already quite cool. That feels a bit closer to, I want to say Real Littles. I think it was Real Littles who also have done a sneaker series. Clearly it's a popular thing. If only they were all Barbie sized, then it would be perfect. No matter, let's get this open and see what pair we've got. I couldn't see any pinholes, although I think some have had pinholes. Like, I did see a guide for pinholes, but I can't see any on here. That is fine, because it can be a complete surprise to me, and considering these are not likely to fit Barbie, it doesn't matter, I guess. So let's get this open. Right, so we've got these, which I guess are sort of stickers, and they're kind of slightly foamy. In here we have a little measuring jug, and here we've got the, I guess, the resiny gel stuff, and it says for your sole. Here's the mold for the sole. Here we've got our sneaker box. Sorry, this is really hard me not saying trainers, but I will persist with sneakers. Okay, so it looks like we've got a sort of leveling tool, the different parts of the sneaker. Got our laces. Okay, so we've got all our bits pretty much. Then we've got our guides and our collector's guide. Right, so let's have a look. It seems we've got these yellow ones, the highlighter collection. There's then this doodle collection. I kind of would have liked one of those pairs. They look pretty cool. We then have a kawaii collection, a GS collab collection, which they all seem food based. So we've got like a pizza, ice cream and noodles. And then we've got our guide of how to make it all. So the first thing seems to be matching up so it's all the right bits and the left bits. We can do that. Right, there we go. And now it looks like we've got to sort of attach these bits to that bit. Let's see how easy it is. Come on. And then these go into these two holes. Come on. Get aligned. Why does this not want to go in? Okay, there we go. You just have to wrangle it a little bit, but that is our basic left shoe. And we just do the same for the right, like so. Okay, and now we need to stick these on. Right, so this bit goes here. We've got this big bit which goes round here. With this bit at the top. Then we've got the side bits. Go on like this. And the same on this other side. So it ends up like this. Not sure why this section is just plain yellow and these are like yellow and white. I guess it's just a design feature. Right, now same with this one, and done. Right, so now we are on to making the soles. So we put A in, we put B in, we stir for a minute, we then pour, and it looks like we've got that marker line. So on this, it needs to be that height. We then put the shoes in, clean it up, leave it for an hour, then take them out and do the laces. Okay, let's see how this goes then. So let's squeeze this out. So that seems up to A. And let's squeeze this. Okay, there we go. And let's mix. And now we pour. Like I said, I won't fill them too full because we need to check that we can get it to that level that it's got on this tool. Okay, so we've got the line. That looks quite a good level. As that. It might be a tiny bit fuller on this one. I feel my table's a little wonk. It feels like it's going forward a bit too much. And then I think essentially we just slip our shoes in. Okay, I'll leave that for an hour now and see what happens. Right, so the next one we're going to open I think should be this one, because these often also have quite long drying times, so just for efficiency's sake, let's do this one now. So this is the Miniverse Make It Mini from Scratch Series 1. And we've just had Series 2 released, and we opened those a couple of videos ago. So it's probably good to open up and use this Series 1 capsule. Now this one does have a pinhole, and it is right there. Now, if my sources are accurate, then that potentially is some cupcakes, I believe. Possibly those ones. But we shall see, because I might have read the cheat guide incorrectly. Okay, so let's see what we actually have. So we've got the capsule topper, guides, collection guide. We've got a slightly bent placemat. We have a table. And no, I did read that wrong. This is the birthday cake. That's cute. So we've got cake mix, sheet, the birthday cake sort of letters and icing. We have a mixing bowl, little candles. In here we have tweezers and spatula. In here it was veggie oil. And we have icing and a nozzle. So the one we've got is this birthday sheet cake. And to start off, we're doing this bit. So we're mixing the oil and the cake mix, pouring it in the tray and leaving it for 1.5 hours. It'll be a long day. And then after that, we're decorating with the icing, all the sort of plastic decoration details, and leaving for that for a further 30 minutes. We should have started with this one really, but never mind. Let's get the mix open so we can pour it in. And now we pour the oil in. And we mix that for a minute. And then we pour it in the cake mix. Let's just scrape the rest out. Right, and now that sets for 1.5 hours. So let's put this over here. And we'll move on to a Mini Brands book series 2, because at least we can open all of this and don't have to have any setting times. So I've got 2 of these capsules anyway. So, come on. Let's get you open. Right. Let's hope we actually get some new stuff. That'll be good. Right. New books. So we have 4 bags. Let's start with this one. So this is quite a chunky book. It is Sherlock Holmes, The Complete Novels and Stories, Volume 2 by Arthur Conan Doyle. Now, all of these books, they have the first page that you can actually read, and then all the rest is kind of gibberish. Don't think I got that one previously, so I think it's a new one for me. Right, and the next book, Forever in Blue, The Fourth Summer of Sisterhood. Now, we got a lot of these books. There's a series of, I think, 4, and I think this one is a duplicate. I couldn't remember which one, because I think there was only one we were missing, but I think it might have been book 2. So I think we have this one. Right, and our next book. So in this one, we also did get a bookmark. This one's Charlotte Bronte's Jane Eyre, but it is a little bent, which is a pity. But like I said, this one's hardback. It's a Nancy Drew The Hidden Staircase by Carolyn Keene. Quite like a hardback, that's exciting. And then here in our final bag, it should be some sort of accessory that we get. Did I just rip something? I hope that was just instructions. It's the candle holder. We have certainly already got this one. There we go. And yes, it was just the instructions I was ripping up, but I didn't need instructions to make that. Okay, and I've just looked at my bookcase. These 2 are definitely new. This one, it's not, but it's actually the 3rd book in the series I need. I've got the 1st, 2nd, and now 2 of the 4th. So, not a bad haul to get 2 new books. Let's stick with Mini Brands though, because again, this one might have a bit of drying time. We've got Mini Brands Create, and let's see, these don't have pinholes, so it could be a duplicate, it could be new. Right. Not good ones, come on. Right. Okay, what do we get? Something good, hopefully. Right, so as usual, we've got the Chef Hat UV light. I'm gonna turn on. There we go. Right, and then in here we have, it is some apple slices and apple cinnamon sauce. I don't think I've had this one. Next one we have, it's a little cake stand, MasterChef. We have this tub of ice cream, a fork, and in this shiny one we have, it's a pie pastry. Definitely haven't had this before, so that's quite exciting. Right, next bag. We've got tongs, we've got cake slice, then big plate, little plate, and final bag. Okay, so it's just the guide for the UV light, the collector's guide, and then this placemat that's in this kind of cool bit of cardboard. Okay, so we've got our pie, we put our apple pieces, we put our apple cinnamon in it, we set it, we put the topper on, we put the ice cream on, more of that cinnamon sauce, set it again, and we're done. Right, so this is our pie base and topper. You know, I think it's kind of cute. You've got this small plate, so if you were to try and, you know, cut slices out of your pie, you could. They're giving you sort of more options than they're necessarily presenting you with at the basic level. But I think I'm happy to create just a basic pie. I'm not sure I want to start trying to cut plastic. So there's some apple layers, and now let's go for our apple cinnamon sauce, which we will squeeze. Come on. Squeeze. Squeeze. There we go. On top. This may be not as gooey as I was hoping. Right, let's just pop some bubbles if we can. Okay, I think we've got somewhere with that, so now let's set it with our UV light. Okay, and now we're going to put the pie crust on and the 2 bits of ice cream. Right, and then we need to try put a bit of this on, but as it isn't pouring well, this potentially is going to be interesting. Come on. We will make something work with this. Okay, I think we've managed something with a toothpick, so let's set that. And there is our apple pie, although that top still comes off and it's still leaky a bit, but we'll work on fixing that. Maybe put a bit of glue. Probably would work better than resin. Swiftly moving on, we'll go on to Miniverse, Make It Mini Lifestyle, Home Series 1. Again, if this one has any pinholes, I am not seeing any. So, mystery capsule. Right, let's get this one opened. So I think I'm just hoping for not a duplicate on this, but we shall see if that's likely. Because it's a hanging thing, and I feel I've probably got quite a few hanging things. Have I had this? Let's open this. Have I had this one? I genuinely can't remember because this is like the picture on the front. I don't think I have. I think this is new. I'm guessing this is resin. Yep, a huge vat of water. And then this one we have tweezers and then just the feet for the capsule, so not the most interesting in that bag. Right, let's see our little bird then. So we've got all the nesting. Oh, we've got 2 birds. So we've got these 2 little yellow birds. I mean, I'd have quite liked flowers. Flowers would be nice. I mean, I do already have some of those bird things, and yeah, not necessarily fussed by the bird things. I mean, these plants would have also been nice, although I do have a couple of them as well. No matter. So, water in the bowl, set it, and then a little bit of resin just to attach the birds and set. So nothing horrifically taxing here, just probably going to have a load of water, like air bubbles, but we'll do what we can. We probably want it reasonably level with the top. That probably was a mistake. There's a lot of air there. Right, can we pop some of these? Come on. Okay, so let's UV this. And now let's stick our birds on. So I'm going to dab a bit of resin on the bottom of the bird. Then just pop it on the edge like that. And try and set it. Right, and then just the same with the other one. Just a little blob of resin on the bottom of it. Let's just place it down and don't fall. And there is our little bird bath. Right, so let's get on to the final of the book capsules. Let's see if we get anything new. A different accessory would be nice. Okay. So, first book is... No, it's not a book. It's the candle again, because, you know, we don't already have enough of these. Yay. Never mind. We got it out of the way first. Hopefully we get some good books to make up for it. So the first one is Jane Austen's Sense and Sensibility. Not sure if we had this one or not. We might have been a different Jane Austen one. However, our next book is... It's Roald Dahl's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, which I don't think we got. It's just a pity this isn't the special one that has that golden ticket. You know, that might have been nice, but... Oh well, I do think this is a new one for me, so that's good. Final book, we've got a Secret Garden bookmark and the book Never Never by Colleen Hoover and is it a joint thing by Taryn Fisher as well? Okay, well it's got a picture of both of them, so possibly it's a collab book? Oh, I'm very sure I haven't got this, so that's cool. Definitely a new book, that one. I've just checked, this one is also definitely new for me, so that's good. This one, I don't know where I've put my kids' books. I think I have them in a separate place to my adult books, so I might or might not have that one, but definitely not these. So I'm giving it a success. We've done alright with books today. Accessories maybe less so. I haven't had that, I haven't had that, I haven't had that. I've just had those three. When will I get one of the others? Like, surely at some point I need to get... I mean, I just want that. I really want that. I don't care about the cat. I don't care about the shelf. I want that. I would also quite like the special, like the golden ticket, the vampire blood, and not necessarily keen on another magnifying glass, but one of those, that would be nice. I'll just double check my book. Definitely no golden ticket? No. Well, there was hope, I guess. Right, so we're now at the point where we're waiting a little bit of time for those things to set so we can get on the final sort of with the birthday cake and with the sneakers. So I'm going to go off, I'm going to have some lunch, and then I'll be back and we will get making with the rest of those. Right, I've had lunch, I'm back, and let's get these shoes out of the molders. Okay, that came out really easy. Let's do the other. Okay, so the first thing we can see, it has gone over a little bit on this one. This one a little bit over this side. Maybe a little bit under this side, not quite maybe as attached as it should be. Maybe it was a little bit wonky, the mould, or more that I put the shoe in a bit wonky. I think it might be possible just to cut some of the spare stuff off. Is that going to peel? Yes, okay. So I'm going to go around and just score very lightly, just try and get some of this excess off. Okay, well that's evened it up a little bit. I mean, it possibly was meant to go up to this height, I don't know. Like you can see the thickness difference, so that was definitely pushed in wrong. But it's something, it kind of works. Let's try the laces. Let's see how easy it is to put them through. Okay, not too bad. They are a bit more solid at the end, so that's good. Let's try and get some even. Right, and there's lots of different ways to lace up shoes, so we'll just go for a random style. Okay, I decided to tie them in two different ways. I think I prefer this one, if I'm honest. The crosses, maybe, I don't know. I'm not sure they look as good. But let me know which like, tying up do you prefer? And just a little proof that, you know, they're not going to fit on a Barbie, that it's going to be ridiculous. Well, I mean, they'll fit, but it's ridiculous. And Catfoot would be better, but I'm not sure we're going to be able to get it in, can we, without breaking everything? Okay, we've kind of, you know, broken it a little bit here. But a Catfoot could go in if you know, if you want to do it. Just the integrity of your shoe might not remain intact. But there you go, I don't think I'll be getting any more of these because they're not really useful for the scale I'm interested in, but I just wanted to check them out and see how they worked. But let's move on to our cake, shall we? It must have been enough time by now, I'm bored of waiting. That came out nice and easily. It's just a bit bulgy there, but no matter. Okay, so now we ice. Ugh, come on. I feel this could have, maybe a nozzle wasn't the best for this, because surely we're just slathering it all on. Let's just squeeze as much as we can, and then we'll use the spatula. We'll get something done. We've just got to be quick though, because it sort of says after 10 minutes it's going to be probably a bit solid to start sticking. Okay, I think I've wasted quite a lot of time trying to get that vaguely sort of spread. So let's try and be quick with putting all of these bits on. You know what would have been sensible? Sorting these letters out first, because this has definitely been more than 10 minutes, but we're gonna just squish them on anyway. Right, so we've got happy birthday, maybe not quite centre, but let's shove some candles in now. That's as good as we're getting it. Happy birthday, we have our cake. It's a little rough around the edges, but we made it. And that just needs to dry for half an hour, but we'll skip that and just get straight to the end. Right, so here we have everything we've opened today. So we have Miniverse sneakers. As I said, not really the right scale for me, so probably won't be getting any more of those. I did just want to check them out. We have the Mini Brands Create apple pie. That looks quite nice. We've got our Miniverse birthday cake. Possibly could have been a bit neater, but it's cute. As I said, little tip, prepare your words before you start spreading on the icing. That would have saved me a lot of time. We then have our 2 capsules worth of Mini Brands books, and I really want to get different accessories. I've got so many of these like candlesticks now. But finally we then have our bird bath from the Miniverse Lifestyle series. Now everything was essentially new to me, barring obviously the accessories and the odd book, but I'm still counting that as a win. Like, all the main things were new, and we got some new books too, so I think this was really successful. Like I said, cleared out some cupboard space and got some cool new minis. Let me know though which of these series you like the most. I'd definitely like to get some more of the flowers and plants from the Lifestyle series, but if they don't have the pinholes, then I'm not sure if I want to risk my luck. I don't need hundreds of bird feeders. However, we shall enjoy the luck we did have today, and I want to say thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, please do hit the thumbs up. If you'd like to see more videos, do subscribe, and I'll see you all soon.